steeds op de SEMA 2017 staan hier op de Heursboot. En naast me staat Jim Maxwell. En Jim die schrijft stukjes voor ons magazine, het Krachtmagazine. Vaste levers van ons die hebben vast wel zijn stukjes gelezen. Hele interessante stukjes, meestal over history en andere bekende dingen. Jim is als een lopende, wat zal ik zeggen, encyclopedie. Hij heeft heel veel kennis in de dingen. Hij komt al jaren op de SEMA.
Hi Jim,
hey, it's good
how are you
seeing you,
doing?
man? We talk on the phone. Usually it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me, but it's so fun to be with Eric and walk around. I've been coming to SEMA since 1982, and it's such an exciting event. I mean, this is the latest Hirsch car, and George Hirsch started all this. I think in 1963, every muscle car had a Hirsch shifter. And people still want a Hirsch shifter, although it might be an automatic. But
there's still a Hirsch shifter on it.
But what's cool about SEMA is there's Ford, there's General Motors, there's Chrysler, every manufacturer you can think of, and the energy of this event is so exciting.
Still growing. And you've seen it almost, I would not say from the beginning, but you were coming here since?
Well, Vic Edelbrock recently passed away, but a few years ago I walked up to Vic. I go, Vic, man, I've been coming to this show since 1982, and he starts laughing. I'm like, oh, sorry. And he goes, I was at the very first one at Dodger Stadium, 1964. And I'm like, 64? Yeah, okay. You know. So, but no, as far as the industry, this is the epicenter, and this industry is healthy. There's trends that come and go. There used to be mini trucks, monster trucks, muscle cars, hot imports. But guess what? I still think Camaro, Mustang, Challenger, Cuda, GTO, all that muscle stuff, I think it's alive and well, and I don't think it's ever going to die.
No, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And what do you think about the crowd that is visiting?
Well, what's interesting about the crowd is it comes in waves, because they come here and then they go, hey, you want to go have a beer and pizza? And then they're gone for an hour and they come back. But in general, I talked to some of the exhibitors and they said it's been steady. And you got to remember, it's Monday is set up, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And even at Friday at 3 o'clock, there's still a bunch of people. And then what's really exciting is, after a big long trade show, everyone goes out front and watches all the cars leave. They just, until the sun goes down, they just can't get enough of the excitement. There's no other industry that has this much overflow of enthusiasm.
Okay, Jim, you write some of the stories of that we feature in our magazine. What do you have in stock for us?
Well, what I think is important is history, so I'm trying to work on the history. Don Prudhomme and Mongoose, Snake Mongoose, they made a movie. I've talked to both of them. STP, specially treated products. So every car at one time you put a can of STP in, right? Now STP is still around, so I made some stories with historical things to kind of explain how we got to where we're at. They still sell STP, but don't ever put STP in a brand new car that has synthetic oil, because you're going to have some problems.
Doesn't work together.
Things have changed, but guess what? You still got pistons, valves, and spark plugs. So
the principle is still the same.
Yeah, and you know, then they talk about electric cars. Maybe that's going to be a movement. Well, you can still lighten electric cars. You can put carbon fiber. You can put better brakes. You can put wheels and tires. Okay. So maybe electric cars will be around for some, and they'll make it for enhanced cornering. Yeah. They're already quick. You know how fast
they're quick. I've driven them. They're quick.
And then
they do miss the sound, though.
There's no sound, so that's the only negative. But the neighbors will like that. Speaking of sound, Ford Motor Company has a new option where you can lower the decibels of your Mustang in the morning. So when you leave your neighborhood, it's quiet. You don't wake up the neighbors. Then when you get out on the expressway, you crank it up and like, yeah. So you know,
that's something. Okay, Jim, nice talking to you, and we look forward to
let's keep going. I always enjoy every issue, and you guys have done a wonderful job with the magazine.
Okay, thank you.